Okay, here's where we left off, and what I want to do is get rid of this one because we're going to make this. I don't want to have to type that out every time we decide a code. And let's get rid of all this stuff up here. So we're here. Okay, that's our first thing. And now what I want to do is have a variable. By the way, you will notice that I use a lot of extra variables, and the reason I do that is because it makes it clearer to me and hopefully to you what's going on logically. So I'm going to just call this the length 0, and I'll use the system function len and alpha 0 lpha 0. And we know, I think, that that's 28 because I have the 26 letters, 27 and 28, so I've got a space and an underscore if we want. Now we could also add a lot of numbers and stuff, and that's something you might want to do. And one of the things that we're going to have to do with this right off the bat is to build a function so that we, given a number or an index, a number in here, we can find out what the letter is. So no, I'm sorry. We want to, given the letter, we want to find the index. So I had it backwards. Okay, what we want to do here is to get, given a letter, find out what number it is on this array so we can use that square bracket thing. So the way we'll do this is we'll form a function. I'm going to call it FindIndex. And we'll give it a variable, which will be, say, let's call it x. Why not? And remember that anything in here is local to the function. So what I'm going to do in here is do for I in range. We've done this before, but I don't have a number, but I'm going to just use this variable len0. It gives me a little flexibility, and that I can make this to a different kind of array if I wish. Add things or subtract things. And then all I need to know is if x, two equal signs, this ALPHA 0, square bracket I, if in fact it's equal to one of those in here, it just goes through searching it, then it comes back and says read. I'm sorry, I need the if. Oops, here we go. We have to back up. If, you always have to have a colon afterwards. I'm going to return I. So this is a function where if I give it a letter, say I, or let's say H, okay, H, then this will go in here, it'll start searching through here until it gets to H, and when it does, it would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and it would return 8. So now, when we make a text, we call it plain text, and we want to then make it into a ciphertext, then we have to look at every letter and so forth, and that's exactly what we'll do. So let's But one of the first things we need to do, or one of the next things, is we need to make this second list. I'm going to call it alpha 1. And so ALPHA1 is going to equal an empty list. And one of the two ways to do it, but I'm just going to do it this way. I'm sorry, it's not a list. It's an empty string right now. And then I'm going to have an offset. And right now we're going to make it equal to 3. And then we're going to do for I in range len0 again. And what I'm going to do is alpha 1 will equal alpha. I'm just going to go through this several times. Plus ALPHA 0. And we want it to go through I plus the offset. But what we want is this this modulo len0, because if it spills out over the end, there would be nothing there and the computer would get very confused. So we need to put this whole thing in brackets. And we need to see if this works. So what I want to do is, when we're through with this, let's go over here and let's print ALPHA0, and then let's, oops, sorry, I forgot the parentheses, and we then want to do this again, ALPHA1. Now let's see what we get. If I haven't any typos, we might be okay. Oh, invalid syntax. I made a typo somewhere. Oh, I want plus sign there. Forgot the shift key. Now let's try it. Okay, and did this work? Sure. We got A through Z plus a space plus the underscore, and now we start with D, D, E, F all the way down to the end, and then it sticks ABC on the front. And that's the characteristic of the modular thing. And this is no difference from, you know, the way a clock works where you have modulo 12. Here we're going to have modulo 28. But that's what this percent thing means. So we've got the offset. So we're in pretty good shape here. So now the next thing we need to do, well, let's stop this video and make sure you get this working, and we'll do one more where we'll actually do the encrypting, as they say.